If you want to make dark melodies like Metro Boomin, this video is for you. So to create dark sound, you want to slow stuff down. That's the gist. So let's open up plugins like Expand 2. You can really use any synth sound. You could use any source sound. It's not really about the source sound. It's about the effects you add to it. But let's start with some kind of bright, shimmery type of sounds. Let's go to maybe some bright pads and expand. Okay, so there's no specific sound you have to start with. But usually we're going to stay around bells and bright sounds. Okay, so let's turn the metronome on to stay in time here. Now, I recommend people write in either C major, which is all the white notes starting from C, or in A minor, which is all the white notes starting from A. If you're going for a dark vibe, we're going to go for a minor key. So let's start at A minor, in this case, starting from all the white notes, and then we can move the notes around later. So let's just hold our tonic note. Okay, and then usually you go up to what's called the fifth, which is 7 semitones up from your root note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we could do a half step, which creates that trap sound. And we can come back down to that fifth, or we can go back down to what's called the perfect fourth, which is 5 semitones up. So perfect fifths and perfect fourth are where we're going to jump back and forth from. Okay, so let's add a darkness to the sound. So hit Control L to send this to the mixer. Now here I'm going to set up a separate reverb. It could be any reverb. There's no one reverb. Let's just load up the free reverb called Valhalla. Where are we at here? Valhalla Supermassive. It's more of a delay. Okay, but I'm going to send this sound over to there. So left click the arrow to send the duplicate sound over there. We're going to make this 100% wet level, mix level, and then turn up what's called warp. It's going to create a nice smear of a sound. Okay, so now the trick is going to anything that slows down your sound. So let's add gross beat, but you could use halftimes, Cable Guy's halftime plugin. Click in the presets, go to momentary, go to half speed. We're gonna go to trigger sync, 4 beats by 4 beats. So now we're slowing down the reverb. So I'm gonna turn off the main sound so you can hear what it sounds like. This is what creates that ominous sound. You can do this for stringed instruments, bells, violins, so it works with everything. So let's stack these sounds up. I'm just going to clone the expand here, copy and paste, and now let's pick from like a violin. The reason I'm using expand is because it comes with a lot of sounds in it. So let's go to stringed instruments, and let's just look for like a violin type sound. This can also be used for drill. And what you can do now is right click, create an automation clip for the original volume, and then have that, come in over time, automated in over time. So let's move this over and let's add our pattern in here. So if you ever want to add brightness to the sound, you would have this fader up. It's automation. Okay, so from here you could just add whatever, and I'll show you a couple techniques. Now we're going to start adding bells. So the goal is to try not to kill the vibe of what's already there. So remember, we're starting at the root note. We're doing the perfect fifth, we're doing, what is that? The half step above the fifth, and then the perfect fourth. So let's start with the root note. Now this bell kind of sounds plastic, so I'm going to switch this one. That sounds like Harry Potter. So we have the root note, but then we're going down instead of upward like the strings did. So it's A to E, but we're going down this time instead of up. And then F is going to give us the half step up. And then A to D is that fourth. So if I switch the structure, it would look like this. It's A to E, which is the perfect fifth, half step up. And then we're not playing E again, but then we're playing the perfect fourth. So it's the same thing, just pulled down an octave. Now I think I want this sound to go directly into the reverb instead of play. So we're gonna click on the bell, click the reverb up arrow, and then turn off the output to the mix bus. I'll send a little signal to the mix bus. Now we have that dark sound. Okay, so another thing you could do is render this, but we're gonna render just the bells. So let's highlight this, right click on the track, consolidate from time selection or from track start. All right, now we have this sound. Let's double click in here and let's right click, go to open in new fruity slicer. You can slice this by the beat, the half beat. We're gonna slice it by the half beat to have a little more stuttering. Go to the cog icon, go to the wrench tool, turn up your volume because you get quite low in volume. Hit Control L, okay? Now we're gonna turn the audio off and turn pattern 2 back on. In this case, we're going to turn it off actually. And then go to pattern 3 and paste the pattern that we just chopped up. Okay, so let's solo the sound. Okay, and let's pull up the attack. Okay, and we can mess with the time stretch, which is going to smear the sound out. Then you can pitch it up or pitch it down. Let's pitch it down. I'm going to add Fruity Stereo Enhancer to widen out the sound. Okay, let's combine all these sounds. Notice how the energy, when it revved up at the end with the volume, that's what creates that feel. All right, I'll give you these project files for free, and a chord code chart, and a mode code chart, and a scale code chart for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory because I have a new course coming out called Music Theory Magic. And I'm going to guide you through how to evoke emotion through your music and your melodies. If you want to learn more, just go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory. I'll leave a link below. Peace.